up, my YouTube fans, friends, and family? It's your boy Ed Murray over here. You know, Murray Mini Motors, bringing these dead bikes back to life. That guy. Look what we got here. I think I had this in a video before, maybe when I first got it. I got a 1983 PE 175. A little bit about her. Picked her up in Philly. Brotherly love. She was in storage, like I said, for about like 20 years, man. Sitting in a storage pile behind some boxes. I did have it running, fortunately, when I got it, but it backfired a lot. And yeah, so I had to try to do some research and figure out what was going on. But you can see how the tires, hold on a second, got dry rot all around them. And I actually had these things pumped up probably for about 4 months now, and they still hold air. Believe it or not, the front tire too, got a little dry rot in there. Around the edges, you can see some. Yeah. But most likely the bike is complete, man. You know, the PEs had headlights on some of them before. I found that out. As you can see, I don't have my side covers on each side. I'm guessing this is not the factory plastics on the front or the rear. But with that complete bike, the number plate I guess was put on. That's original gas tank, but somebody obviously painted it red. I guess to kind of match the plastics they had on it. This is the original seat. Looks like no rips in it at all. Maybe up here in this corner. So you can see not a lot of beating on this thing, and it's sat. As you can see, look at that right there. That's not paint. That's like dust. Caked up dust. So I can scrape that off with my nail, man. So that's like dust from sitting for so long. I was like, man, this thing probably sat for more than 20 years. I do have a kicker for it. Like I said, it was backfiring on me, so I figured it was an air box problem or whatever. I cleaned all that out. The original carburetor I do have. I went and bought an aftermarket carburetor. Sliders you can see right there. And she still kept backfiring on me crazy. I couldn't figure out what it was, man. So I went to put her down in the yard, get her out of the shop. And got other projects to work on still too. And I didn't want this thing to burn up because it was literally blowing like flames, like out of the air boxes. See, you got 2 air boxes on here. Yeah, so that's what that was. It was shooting flames out of there. So I put her up for a while. So I got some more research and time to go with her. Time to get back working on her. Because you know over here at Murray Mini Motors, man, we don't like to keep these dead bikes dead. We want to bring them back to life, you know? Make them sweet music. Come on. So like I was saying, I took her down to the yard so I could put her up. And I had a snowmobile over here where this other little stuff is. And I went to move it and I bumped it up against the snowmobile with the exhaust. And I'm guessing the exhaust wasn't on all the way tight because it popped out of here a little bit. As you can see, with the grooves, I got this here mask stuck in there. Keep stuff out of it. I had it stored. But if you look up in there, The exhaust sits up in these grooves right here. And it had popped out of there. So I'm like, oh, that could have been the problem why I was backfiring, you know, back pressure. Da, da, da. So I said, all right, well, you know, I'm still put it down in the yard. Other things I had to do. Or no, I was going to put it back on first. And I went and something just said, look inside of here at the piston while it's already here. Because I wanted to look through the reeds to see what was going on with the piston when I first got the bike. But if you look, I'm not sure. The reeds are actually down inside the head. They're not behind the boot like the newer dirt bikes have a reed back in there behind the rubber boot. These are actually down in the head for these kind of bikes. So they did them back then for this. So I couldn't see the piston from the carburetor section. So I looked through the exhaust since I had knocked it out of there by accident when I was trying to move the bike. And I looked in there, and if you can look at that piston in there, you can see the rod. The piston has cracked right there. So I said, what? I was kind of upset I knocked the exhaust off, being, you know, stupid, trying to move the bike without paying attention. But then I was happy that I found out what my problem would be. If you could look in there, you could see that piston is broke. Right up in there. So, I'm pretty sure that's why she was backfiring. Because like I said, she started up. The compression felt okay and everything. But she didn't want to backfire and shoot flames out. And I bet you because that piston was broken, it wasn't getting the proper fuel ratio mix with the bottom skirt of that piston being broke off. So I was kind of happy that I knocked the exhaust off and found out that. So I'll bring her back up to the shop now. It's been about 5 or 6 months since then. Like I said, the tires are still pumped up amazingly after it sat out through all summer and fall. We're into the winter now. And I said, you know what? Got rid of a few things. Got rid of the snowmobile. Got a little bit of space in. Let's just bring the bike up in here now. Springtime is right around the corner. And see if we can get this thing up and running for starters. So I gave you guys a rundown on what I got, what I'm working with, and what my future project is going to be here, and then what we got in store. My plan is to give you guys plenty of content, and we're going to pull the head off, carburetor, probably the tank off, and we are going to get to this piston and ring down here. And I figured the reeds was probably a problem why I was backfiring before, because that could be a reason why you get backfiring out of bikes. If you don't know, your reeds could be messed up too. So I had ordered new reeds, and I went to go put them in. I realized, oh shit, the reeds is inside of the motor. So that's also a good thing. We're going to pull this off. We're going to check what's going on with that piston. We're going to get that out of there. Pull the micrometer out. Check the exact size. I believe they say from the factory a standard size is 62 millimeter piston. Pretty nice size piston. But I'm going to double check with my micrometer once I get it out. And make sure this thing wasn't never bored over or whatever. And we're going to order a new piston and rings for this thing. Hopefully that's all we'll need. Hopefully the crank is still good down the bottom. And the cylinder is still good. I'm believing it should be, just because of the fact that she still ran. And I didn't hear no knocking or nothing. And it just started backfiring after that. So I don't know for sure. That's why we're going to take this thing apart. Yes, we are. Me and you guys online, baby. On this YouTube channel over here, Murray Mini Motors. So you guys stay tuned. I will be keeping up with this footage for you guys. This great content. The Suzuki PE 1983. This thing is almost 40. Woo! And so am me. Yeah, me and her both together was born in 83. So this would be pretty nice, man. Working on something that's about my age, or is my age. You know? And restoring it for you guys, man. I don't know if we're going to get a full restoration, but I know for sure we're going to try to get this thing up and running and going. After 20 years or plus sitting in a storage, And then I'll probably go to some type of restoration. I know I will. I know we're going to probably end up taking this thing off, cleaning this frame all up, getting this 20-year-old dust. As you can see, look at that stuff. Let's look. Just scraping it off, man, like it's nothing. See that? That's not paint. That's dirt. That's dust collected. That's dust collected for years at a time. All that. That's how it cakes on the metal. I know. I also do construction work with water pipes and stuff like that, so I see a lot of this stuff in the ground and everything. And how this dirt textures and different soils are. Those who know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this thing has been sitting, so it's probably got great potential. I can't wait to get it running. I can't wait to hear the music out of this pipe. Absolutely. See, the chain is caked up too. Look at that stuff caked on there. Yeah, see, that's all caked. I got a new chain for it too already from before. The sprocket still got a lot of life. I'm telling you, this piston probably blew and they didn't know what to do. And they put it up. You know? And when it being that old of a bike, they probably put it up and let it sit. Got something new. And here I am now. Lo and behold, baby. Yes. I also got some exhaust rack. I remember before when I had it run, I burnt my inner thigh on this thing. And that's the little zip tie clip to go for the exhaust. Like I said, I was moving it down here, and I ended up knocking this exhaust off. Here it goes. I had stuck it in the tree when I got it back up to the shop. So, you see little weights, baby. Get your weight up for this summer, y'all. Curls, bring the girls. Yeah. So here's the exhaust pipe for it. Not too bad. It looked like a little dent right there and there. But you can see the letters, factory exhaust. Not sure if you can really see. But yeah, you know, they got the whole Suzuki thing on here. It's kind of tough to tell. But yeah. So you guys stay tuned, man. It's your boy Ed Murray over here, Murray Mini Motors. Comment down below, subscribe, notification bell so you can get all the new footage coming up for this new PE 175. She's a classic. She's rare. I did some history research on this thing. Back in 83, from 77 to 83, Suzuki PE was it, man. If you was down into trail riding, enduro racing, Suzuki was the best bikes around. Kawasaki was the fastest, but they didn't handle as good. With that full floater exhaust down there, yeah, this was a classic, baby. And everybody liked to have one of these back in its day. And I got one today. Yeah. So yeah, let's go, baby. Y'all stay tuned. It's your boy Ed Murray, Murray Mini Motors. Peace. Bike life, baby. Dead bikes back to life.